Behold, the 2026 Honda XR600R.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're looking at the highly anticipated 2026 Honda XR600R. Let's dive in.
The wind howls through the desert, dust swirling beneath the golden sun. Out of the haze, a shadow emerges, tall, fierce, and alive. It's not just a motorcycle, it's the rebirth of a legend. The 2026 Honda XR600R, the return of the Desert King. For years, riders whispered its name like a myth, a bike that conquered Baja, tore through trails, and ruled the off-road world with brute strength and fearless simplicity. But now Honda has brought it back, and it's nothing like the ghost you remember. This is evolution wrapped in nostalgia. A machine that looks back just long enough to remind you what real riding felt like before it rockets into the future. Fire it up, and the Earth itself seems to listen. Beneath the tank lies a completely re-engineered 600cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, a masterpiece of mechanical precision. No longer air-cooled, no longer stubborn. This beast breathes through advanced DOHC architecture, tuned for explosive torque, yet refined for control. Every twist of the throttle feels like lightning trapped in steel, ready to break free. But Honda didn't just chase power, they perfected balance. The 2026 XR600R doesn't roar like a wild animal anymore. It growls controlled, confident. Power delivery is smooth, but it hits hard when you ask for it. 57 horsepower might not sound terrifying, but the torque curve tells a different story. It's immediate, raw, and deeply addictive. Whether you're crawling over rocks or launching across dunes, this bike doesn't flinch. The frame, a hybrid of aluminum and chromoly steel, feels like it was forged from purpose itself. Lighter, stiffer, and more agile than any XR before it, Honda shaved nearly 20 pounds off its dry weight, bringing it closer to modern rally machines. It's planted yet playful, ready to dance with gravity. And the suspension. Showa stepped up, a 48mm USD front fork, and a fully adjustable ProLink rear shock that swallows punishment like it's dessert. Every jump, every rut, every drop feels like the bike is reading the terrain before you even see it. And then there's the look. Pure aggression meets classic soul. The XR600R keeps its tall stance and rugged proportions, but it's been sculpted with sharper edges, tighter lines, and a design language that screams ready. LED lighting front and rear, a digital rally-inspired instrument cluster, and a minimalist tail section. This is Honda's definition of functional beauty. Everything has a purpose. Nothing's there for show, but what surprises most riders is how modern it feels. Honda's engineers didn't just update the XR, they reimagined it. The new electronic fuel injection system adapts to altitude and temperature instantly, giving the same crisp throttle response at sea level or 12,000 feet. And yes, there's traction control. Selectable, tunable, and entirely optional. Purists can switch it off with a single tap. For the first time ever, the XR600R also features Honda's off-road ride modes: Eco, Sport, and Rally. Each one transforms how the engine breathes, how the throttle responds, how it delivers its muscle. In Eco, it cruises with smooth restraint. In Sport, it sharpens into a razor. In Rally, it's all out. Full command, full chaos. Even the sound is tuned differently. A deep mechanical growl replaces the old XR's bark, a reminder that this isn't a throwback. It's a transformation. The new titanium exhaust is lighter, freer, and meaner. You feel it vibrate through the handlebars and into your chest like a heartbeat that syncs with your own. And yes, for those wondering, the Kickstarter legend lives on. Sort of. Honda gave the 2026 XR600R an electric start as standard, but the kick lever remains, not for necessity but for pride. It's a nod to the past, a salute to those who built scars earning their rides to life. The technology doesn't stop there. A lightweight lithium battery, full LED system, and an integrated GPS-based trip computer make it adventure-ready straight from the factory. The display gives live diagnostics, altitude, and even lean angle data, things that used to belong only to high-end adventure bikes. Honda basically gave the XR the brain of a CRF1100L Africa twin, but the body of a brawler. Off-road, it's a revelation. The throttle response is instant but never jerky. The traction consistent even on loose gravel. You feel that perfect harmony between rider and machine, that rare sense that the bike wants to be pushed harder. And when you do, it rewards you with stability, control, and the kind of adrenaline that feels like flight. On road, it's surprisingly civilized. The revised seat foam and adjustable bar risers make long stretches comfortable. The 6-speed gearbox has been re-geared for highway use, allowing a steady 75 mph cruise without screaming the engine. It's not meant to replace your touring bike, but it's capable enough to make you wonder if you even need one. Fuel economy? Honda claims around 58 miles per gallon, depending on terrain and mode. Combine that with a new 3.4-gallon tank, and you've got serious range, almost 200 miles before refueling. But the beauty of this machine isn't how far it goes, it's how alive it feels getting there. This isn't nostalgia dressed in plastic. This is Honda acknowledging that legacy isn't enough. You can't just rebuild a legend, you have to reignite it. And that's exactly what they did. Every bolt, every weld, every decision on the XR600R screams purpose. The result is a motorcycle that feels mechanical yet intelligent, raw yet refined. A rare mix in today's digital motorcycle world. It's not an off-road toy or a commuter's escape. It's a declaration that freedom still exists between man, machine, and open earth. The 2026 Honda XR600R is coming in 2 versions, the Standard and the Rally Edition. The Rally gets a skid plate, reinforced subframe, and a twin auxiliary light setup, straight from the Dakar playbook. And for the first time, optional factory GPS navigation integrated into the cluster. No mounts, no cables, no nonsense. Honda plans global availability by early 2026, with launch colors that honor its roots: classic red, desert sand, and a limited edition black stealth. Early rumors hint at pricing around $10,199 for the base and $12,199 for the rally trim, aggressive for a bike that can devour continents. But beyond numbers, beyond specs, what makes the XR600R special is something you can't measure. It's the feeling when you twist that throttle and hear history roar back to life. The ghost of the 1980s XR legend still lingers, but this time it's faster, smarter, and hungrier. You don't just ride the XR600R, you become part of its resurrection. You feel the legacy of riders who conquered deserts, scaled mountains, and chased horizons without GPS or maps, just instinct and grit. And now that spirit is alive again, re-engineered for the future. So if you see a blur of red tearing across the sand, leaving a trail of thunder in its wake, don't blink. That's not just another bike. That's the 2026 Honda XR600R, reminding the world that legends don't die. They just wait for the right moment to return. And that moment is now.